me! Stay away from me! Don't go near me!
Look, it's okay. It's me. It's Johnny. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. I will not hurt you, ever. It's okay. You're safe. Come here. Come here.
Okay. Listen, I think you're wonderful, and I care about you, and I respect everything that you've done.
Stop right there. Before you launch into some painfully polite "I like you as a friend" speech, you should know right now that I am not going to stand here and listen to it.
Don't make the mistake of threatening me.
I am asking you to be reasonable. Honor the terms of our deal, and no one has to lose.
Can I get a little room here, please? Single shot, coming from a sniper rifle. Maybe there's only one of them. Wow, you sound unsure of yourself. This is why I'm busting up. Yeah, Carly. I jumped in with you guys so we could all get shot.
Both of you, shut up.
I thought you were Logan. This was not a trick of the eye. I heard you coming towards me, and I opened my eyes, and it was Logan coming towards me with the birthday cake. He was bloody, and the candles were lighting his face, and I had a full-blown hallucination. I don't know why this is happening to me. I want this to stop.
No, just give it time.
It's been weeks since I killed Logan. I know you think that this is some sort of post-traumatic stress thing, but I'm thinking that I'm starting to go crazy.
Don't say that.
No, it's true. I'm afraid I'm losing my mind. I kissed you right out of the blue. That was insanely inappropriate, and you have every right to tell me so.
Nadine, I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Of course you don't, because you're Prince Courteous, and no matter what you do, your good manners come popping out like a jack-in-the-box.
Come on. I was actually flattered that you kissed me. I really was.
But you wouldn't want to repeat it.
It's not that. I value our friendship. You see what I mean?
Yes, the friendship speech. I'm sure you'll segue into talking about Emily and how you love her, and you always will. Now, look, her death was heartbreaking, and I feel awful that you went through that. But part of me wants to wring your neck for staying closed off to the possibilities. I mean, when are you going to look around and start smelling the roses? No, I'm sorry. I need to accept that this is where you are, and you're not going to change until you're good and ready, which maybe never. So, on that note,
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't...
No, please do not apologize for me making a total fool of myself. And don't you dare look at me in that brotherly way and speak oh so kindly so I won't get hurt.
I don't want to mislead you.
You haven't. This is all me. I play out these little fantasies in my head because obviously I'm attracted to you. So I kissed you just once to see what it felt like. But it doesn't really work when it's just one way. So don't worry, it won't happen again. In fact, Why don't we just forget I was ever here? Oh, good. Humiliation complete.
Wow, I'm not sure what just happened.
Well, I am. It's been a long time coming.
What?
Nicholas, don't you know Nadine is falling in love with you?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Maxie Jones, the police commissioner's daughter, and this person you're terrorizing is my boyfriend. Do you think you could tell your gorillas to let him go unless you would like me to call my father so that he can file an assault report along with crimes of fashion? Did either of you guys glance in the mirror before you left the house this morning?
Opus Divo.
You okay?
The only injury sustained is to my pride.
Yeah.
I'm curious. What's the police commissioner's daughter doing in a warehouse in the middle of the night?
Isn't it obvious?
If it were, I wouldn't have asked.
Sex. Hot, crazy sex. The kind you can only have against a warehouse wall in the moonlight.
Not with him.
Fine. Don't take my word for it.
I'm impressed and astonished by your intensity. Enjoy.
I have no intention of losing anything.
Then we'll renegotiate.
There's nothing to negotiate. I offered to connect you. I said no drugs.
I'm a businessman. Drugs turn the biggest profit.
I don't care. Move them somewhere else. Get out of Port Charles, Karpov, before you're overextended.
I like it here.
All right. You were protected when I was advising you. Now you're not. Be smart. Know when to fold.
Don't look back on this night and wish you had made a wiser choice. Honor our deal, and you'll protect what you value. Go back on your word, and you'll regret it.
And he kept shooting. He's waiting for a clean shot. He missed. Why is he going to wait around for Jason to shoot back? Why don't you go out there and see if he's waiting to take another shot?
Both of you be quiet. Carmen, you gotta stay down.
We have to find out who we're dealing with here, Jason. Why don't you do what you're told before you get us all killed?
Listen to me. Listen. I'm gonna start firing. When I do, you two run for the alley.
No way. No way. We all stay or we all go. I'm not leaving you.
Here, Lulu. You're not in this by yourself.
My mom wasn't by herself. My dad was with her, loving her. But it didn't matter. She still lost her grip on reality.
It won't happen to you.
My mom is sitting in a rocking chair staring at a wall, and I've tried to convince myself that she is in some kind of peaceful limbo. But what if she's not? What if she is screaming inside? I would rather die.
You're not gonna die. And you're not going crazy.
I'm having hallucinations. What if this is the start? What if I'm getting worse?
Logan broke down the door with the axe and attacked you. You were terrified, and now you're just dealing with what happened. It's post-traumatic stress.
I stabbed him to death.
You had no choice. You were upset that you killed another human being because you were an ethical person. That's a good thing. I'd be a hell of a lot more worried if you felt no remorse at all.
Oh, it's more than remorse. I'm falling apart like my mom.
No, you're not.
Everybody says that I am exactly like her, and it's true.
I came out here today because it's Lulu's birthday, and I know you're worried about her. So if you need a listening ear...
Liz, I just want to do something about it, anything. No, but I feel like my hands are tied. So what do? I just sit around here and wait for a phone call that says John and Lulu are captured or shot or God knows what else. I want to know what's going on inside her head. Is she scared? Is she lonely?
She's resilient.
Yeah, but this John kid is a loose cannon.
Who happens to be devoted to her?
Then why is he risking her life? Why didn't he just let her go?
maybe she won't let him.
What?
It's hard to let go of someone you love.
Yeah. If Emily were here, she'd be trying to talk me down the same way you are. It's crisis like this that makes me miss her even more.
You don't have to explain.
Maybe I need to explain it to myself. I've been so blinded lately by thoughts of Emily that I haven't seen, well, maybe I didn't want to see what's been happening with Nadine.
I've dealt with a lot of competitors, a lot of takeover attempts. I know a bluff when I see one.
I never bluff. But perhaps you do.
I don't want any trouble. I'm not here to undermine the connections I made on your behalf. Let's just end this peacefully. I walk away. You don't lose anything.
I'm a bad man to double-cross. One of these days, you'll find out why.
It's been a long time since he fired. Snipers will wait days for a clean shot. Days.
Okay. Hey, pay attention, okay? On the count of 3, we're gonna run for the alley.
Jeez. Okay. No, not okay. Well, she might have blind faith in you, but I do not.
You got a better plan?
No.
1, 2, 3.
Jason?
I don't know, Liz. Nadine, she's a sweet girl. She's quirky.
Beautiful.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm attracted to her, and I could take her out on some casual dates, but that's as far as it could go for me.
How do you know that?
Just because I'm still in love with Emily, and I can't imagine that that's ever going to change. Look, if I get involved with Nadine now, I basically be using her to get over my grief, and that's not fair to her.
You know, when I thought Lucky had died, God, it was so devastating because I loved him so completely. I never thought I could ever feel that way again, you know?
Till Jason.
And at first, I just thought that he was someone who could understand how much I missed Lucky. And then Jason and I got closer, and I started to trust him and confide in him. And
Fall in love with him?
yeah. But it took me years to realize it. And when I finally did, it was too late. And I hurt a lot of people along the way, especially Lucky, because I wasn't honest with myself. So that is my advice to you. You need to be truthful about what you feel.
I don't know if I want to feel anything.
Nicholas, Emily would not want you spending the rest of your life being faithful to her memory.
I know, you're right.
I miss her too. So we're just gonna have to help each other through it. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for being her friend. And mine.
Of course. Hi. Look. Nothing in my hands. Nothing up my sleeves. No bouquets. Nothing to pester you with.
I was going to call you.
How'd it go with your father?
Well, as you know, I've never been that close to my father, but I've gotten to a place where I can listen to him without getting angry. I just don't get a lot of what he says.
Like what?
Well, Mike says that, he thinks addiction might run in the family, and, he pulled out of gambling so many times, and always got pulled back in. He thinks that that's going to happen to me, and I'm going to miss the power and eventually go back.
I know it's been a struggle for you.
Okay. You need to know. Yes, I do think about, what my life would have been like if I didn't get into the mob. But, it gave me a lot. Money, power, and being able to tell people what to do, what not to do, right?
You still have your business.
And I know I do, and it's great. The business is great, but I don't have the power base. I have to follow rules. You know, before, when I used to, if somebody would upset me or something and get me mad, I'd be able to, get rid of them. Now I have limits.
Change is hard.
Yeah, and but I understand change is hard. That's not what I'm saying. That life cost me a lot, and I lost too many people, and I'm not going to lose you. Okay? Okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to remind you of those ones.
You don't have to remind me because you mean everything to me. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life proving it to you.
Okay, but I have a question for you. And I need you to be honest with me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Maximista has nothing to regret. It was her quick thinking and convincing lies that saved the Jackal from dying.
I know you were embarrassed when I told that lady and her crazy thugs that story about us having sex in the warehouse, but I didn't know what else to say.
You're misinterpreting what
And to make matters worse, I trampled all over your feelings, and I've been making that a habit lately. Here you are, my very best friend, and I keep taking physical advantage. Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be much more thoughtful about that.
You know what? It's your thoughtfulness towards the
It's just, I know you don't like it when I make up stories about us having sex in weird places like the morgue or your hospital room or a warehouse, but I can't help it. It's the first thing that comes to my mind, and it's probably because people believe it, and then they get embarrassed, and then they leave, and then we're saved.
Therein lies the sad irony.
Just when I saw those animals about to pounce on you and oblivion,
When or when would the Jackal be able to rescue Fair Maximista instead of the one always being rescued?
Jason?
It's all clear.
I'm okay. You took a big risk there. If the sniper had stayed, he could have dropped you. You disappointed about that?
Let me just remind you, I'm the one who called out the warning shot, okay? So anybody wants to throw a thank you my way.
Your timing was a little too perfect. How do we know you didn't set this whole thing up?
Oh, yeah, because being in the line of fire is so much fun, isn't it?
You stayed behind the crates. You made sure you weren't hit.
Okay, you know what? I admit it. I set the whole thing up because I wanted Jason dead. Oh, but why didn't I let the sniper drop him?
What were you doing here?
Johnny took the mayor's car and he left it down here when he took off with Lulu, and I keep thinking that maybe they're hiding out down the warehouse district. Hey, if you don't believe me, you think I'm lying? Then get rid of me. I'm sure Carly would be happy to be your alibi.
I hate to say it, but I believe her. I think Karpov was behind this.
Whoever it was, you could be dead right now.
But I'm not dead.
Why don't you listen to me?
I was following a lead,
you got
Jason.
the information off Karpov's PDA, then you lied to me.
I didn't lie to you.
You could be
okay?
dead right now. You always say you're worried about losing me. It goes both ways. Now, let's go.
Hello?
It's me. I can't talk long.
Johnny. My God, I've been worried sick about you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
Call Lulu's brother, Nicholas. Find out what their mother's breakdown was like and if Lulu has ever suffered hallucinations.
Lulu is hallucinating.
I can't get into it right now. Just please do this one thing for me.
All right, I gotta go. I'll be in touch. Did you draw your bathwater? Do you see Logan or me?
You. Logan will be back.
Don't be scared, okay? I'll take care of you. Promise.
The Jackal appreciates Maximista's lightning-quick reflexes, and her ability to improvise under dire circumstances is most admirable.
Why, thank you, Spinelli.
However, the Jackal has completed a full-length investigative course, and I passed with flying colors. I'm Jackal P.I., a worthy adversary to the forces of doom.
And I have total faith in you. However...
No, stop. I am emphatically capable of taking care of myself. And for that matter, Maximista, if she were to find herself in danger from the evil forces of the night or day.
No.
No what?
No, you're my very best friend in the whole wide world, and I'm too selfish to just sit around and wait.
Yeah, but see, I will save you.
We're talking about you,
Vanessa.
Spinelli. If you're in trouble, of course I'm going to jump in and help you every single time, because I don't want anything to happen to you.
See, when Maximista follows the jackal into harm's way, she automatically puts herself in danger, and I can't...
I didn't bring Morgan with me.
Stay out of it. It's a business.
No, I'm not going to stay out. I don't know how mad you get at me. You needed me, and I'm not going to desert you.
Yeah, what she said.
Didn't expect you back so soon. Didn't expect the slap I got from Nicholas. Not literally. Ow! Oh, what are you doing? I am totally over Nicholas, but on the very, very off chance that I should backslide, I want to remember the sting of rejection.
Okay, I'm a little more linear than you, so humor me and start at the beginning.
I kissed Nicholas.
Congratulations.
For the first and last time.
Ooh, bad kiss.
It was fantastic. Heart was beating so loud I thought I'd go deaf. I was in heaven.
Poor you.
I came crashing back down to earth with a thud. He likes me as a friend, loves Emily forever, yada, yada, yada.
He cares about you, but not in that way. I'm sorry.
I stormed off. Thought better of it, came back, and he was already holding hands with some other girl about to kiss her. So, clearly, he's ready to get over Emily. He just won't be getting over Emily with me.
Okay, let me get this straight. You kiss Nicholas, and then a moment later, you see him getting all romantic with some anonymous woman.
Oh, I won't mention any names. I just know what I saw.
Maybe she was a friend.
No, they were intimate, touchy-feely. He was very comfortable with her, whereas I made him about as uncomfortable as a one-legged puppy in a three-legged race.
Does your Aunt Raylene write these colorful...
Why did I kiss him? I mean, what on earth came over me?
Passion that's been building up for months and months. I personally think you showed considerable restraint. I would have jumped him a few weeks ago.
No, you wouldn't have. You are way cooler than me. You would have known you completely embarrassed yourself.
Right, like I did with Patrick.
Well, I guess we both learned our lesson. End of story.
No, I don't think it is the end for you.
Right. You feel sorry for me. A lowly nurse with a crush on the Lord of the Manor.
Nadine, you're not a lowly nurse. You're a brilliant, beautiful career woman with a lot to offer.
Except the ability to tell the difference between a shrimp fork and a salad fork.
Chris doesn't care about things like that. If he did, you wouldn't care about him, right?
Right. You're good at this. I'd be paying you $100 an hour.
Save your money. No, look, you kissed Nicholas because your instincts told you that he cares about you.
I really did think the only thing holding him back was his love for Emily, but if he's interested in another woman, then...
It's good news.
How?
It means he's available. He's ready to move on. So why don't you get him before some other woman does?
Is Nadine there by any chance? No message. Thanks.
I just heard from John.
Where are they?
He didn't say. I only talked to him for a minute.
How's Lulu? Did he say?
Johnny wanted me to come over here and talk to you because I guess Lulu's having some sort of a breakdown.
What do you mean? What happened?
I don't know. He didn't give me specifics, but he wanted me to ask you about your mother's illness and whether or not, what kind of symptoms she had.
What symptoms? What kind of symptoms?
Has Lulu ever hallucinated before?
What do you mean? Like, is she seeing things?
Well, I don't know. Why else Johnny would ask me to ask you that?
Did he use that exact word, hallucinate?
No, he hung up too quickly, but I got the feeling that he didn't want Lulu to overhear him.
Damn it, I'm not going to lose my sister like this.
Just try to relax.
I haven't seen Logan again, but I know I will.
Okay, well, it's not real. It's just your imagination.
I can't control it. Logan said I would never get over him, and I never will. I can't get him out of my head.
Okay, breathe. Just breathe. Forget about Logan. Forget about everything else. Just be here with me in this moment. And you're safe.
You've been so wonderful to me. But you can't help me leave me before I leave you. Because I'll just slip into my mind and I won't be able to find a way out.
No, you won't. You're not going anywhere because I won't let you go.
You have to promise me that you're going to be 100% honest.
Yeah, okay.
Now, I know that you've been under a lot of stress. You try to hide it, but I can see the signs. I know you too well. So before I go on and on about caterers and cocktail napkins, are you sure that you're absolutely comfortable with the size of the wedding I'm planning?
It's the wedding of your dreams. I want you to have it.
You know, you keep saying that.
Yeah, but I mean it. The only thing that really matters to me is when they put that ring on your finger and they pronounce us husband and wife.
Well, that's good, because I have some sample menus on the terrace. I didn't want you to feel pressured.
Don't do that.
I'll be right back.
All right. I am not here as your attorney.
Yeah?
I am here speaking to you as a woman who is deeply concerned about a man that she holds in very high esteem. Max is supremely loyal to you, and you are taking advantage of that loyalty by putting Max at risk.
Why is Max at risk?
Let me clarify. My relationship with Max is at risk because Sonny is working the poor man to the bone, which means that Max's personal life is non-existent, just as Sonny fully intended, I'm sure.
Max came back to work for me as my bodyguard.
Yes, but Max is loyal to a fault, and since you have never approved of Max's romance with me, you are now manipulating the situation so that Max is always too busy to see me, and that I find unconscionable.
Diane has a point.
Max's personal life is not my problem.
Look, I am personally grateful that Max came back to work for Sonny, right? He provides excellent security. So maybe we can find some middle ground. I mean, after all, you and I are very fortunate to have each other. Who are we to deny Max and Diane wanting to be together, right?
I don't want to upset Kate, so Max, I'll cut back his hours.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And I will make certain that Max knows yours was the voice of reason. You still don't deserve her.
Why do I put up with her?
Because she's an excellent lawyer. I feel much better knowing she's at your side in case anything from your organized crime comes back to haunt you.
Karpov?
My men informed me shots were fired on the pier.
Yes, I was presented with the opportunity to ambush Jason Morgan.
And?
And sadly, he's a very difficult man to eliminate. I think I'm losing my touch.
I'm staying in Port Charles, and I can't afford a mob war, which means that Jason Morgan has to be dealt with.
After depositing the PDA that the Valkyrie stole to a place where Karpov might have believed he lost it, the jackal was uncharacteristically taken by surprise by the Slavic seductress and two hulking guards of Eastern European descent.
I got us out of it.
How?
Just be glad that I did, okay? But now that Spinelli's cover has been made, he's going to be way more careful, right?
Yes, I will be on sharp laser-like alert for both myself and Maximista.
We all need to be careful. Karpov made an attempt on Jason's life tonight. We have to figure out a way to back him off.
I agree.
Wait, hold on. There's no we here, okay? The two of you are not involved in this, and Carly, if you go near Karpov again, I'm going to personally drag you down to Sunny's Island and put you under guard. Now, I'm asking nicely. Please leave.
Since you asked so nicely.
Maxie. You too, please.
Okay, okay. But only after you promise to watch out for Spinelli. I don't think they bought my story about us having crazy sex in the warehouse. I'm sorry, Spinelli. I know that subject embarrasses you, but Jason needs to know all the details if he's going to keep you safe.
Spinelli's going to be fine.
Okay, well, See you tomorrow.
Most assuredly. So now the master has witnessed his grasshopper's most dire dilemma.
Okay, just...
God, I just lament the fact that she sees me as someone that needs to be protected. You know, it's time.
For what?
To prove to her and to Stone Cold that the Jekyll is manned up.
How you feeling?
Better. It helps when you hold me.
Until you fall asleep.
I don't want to sleep.
You should get some rest, Lulu. It'll be good for you.
I'd rather talk. I don't want to waste whatever time I have left.
You're not going crazy. You're not going to end up in a chair staring at a wall.
You don't know that.
Lulu, you suffered trauma. Okay, it happens all the time with soldiers in combat. You just need to accept that you're in shock. Okay? Be good to yourself.
You make that sound so simple.
Well, you're going to be okay. We're in this together.
Could you do something for me?
Yeah.
Could you just tell me that you love me?
I love you. And I always will.
Do you ever wonder what it would have been like if we had run away?
Well, we wouldn't have the kind of wedding reception where you can choose what menu you want.
True. I know that I hurt you when I didn't show up all those years ago, but I have to believe things worked out the way they're supposed to.
Does this mean you don't want to elope?
How did we transition to that subject?
Well, it's just that, I want to get this show on the road, and I'm not going to let you go this time.
I'm going to be all yours September 26th. It's less than a month away.
It seems like a long time. Seems like a year or something.
Oh.
Listen, you know what? I cannot wait to marry you in front of the entire world, which you probably invited anyway, so...
If you are doing this just for me, you have to tell me.
No, I'm doing this for... What do you mean just for you? This is for us. I got nothing to hide. I cannot wait for the whole world to see how happy we are. I gotta go, Mom.
I gave you strict instructions to tell no one that I'd gone off with Karpov.
I was worried about you.
So you ratted me out to Jason of all people?
Look, you are a great boss and a great lady, and I don't want to lose my job, but I can't stand around while you're putting yourself in danger. Jason's your friend, and you trust him. And with Mr. Jax out of town, I thought he was exactly
Don't interfere again. I want you to send another bottle of vodka to Karpov with my compliments and put on the note that I'm sorry we were interrupted. Please.
Carly, do you have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Spinelli worships Jason, and I was just wondering if maybe you could make sure that Jason watches out for Spinelli.
Jason does watch out for Spinelli.
I know, it's just Jason's kind of a blockhead. I mean, he dodges bullets for fun and profit.
Okay, I don't really want to hear that.
I'm sorry. It's just Spinelli's my best friend, and I can really talk to him about anything. It doesn't matter if it's crazy or embarrassing or stupid, and trust me, I've covered all of those bases. He just never judges me, and he's always really loyal. I know he would do anything in the world for me. And believe it or not, I would do anything in the world for him, too. So that's kind of why I'm here. I mean, if Spinelli's in danger, I can't sit on the sidelines and let him get hurt.
I know exactly how you feel.
This is the closest match to the bullet casing found at the scene where Stone Cold was most recently almost assassinated.
A Russian-made rifle.
Yeah, so it appears the Valkyrie was correct. The ambush was arranged by Comrade Karpov.
I mean, anyone can get their hands on a Russian gun.
Must I remind Stone Cold of his skepticism regarding coincidence?
Okay, I just don't want to jump to any conclusions. It doesn't make sense. If Karpov would make a move, he's working with Sonny.
Yeah, but what alternative conclusion can be reached?
Somebody else might be involved.
The Jekyll senses that Stone Cold may be reluctant to retaliate against Karpov because he fears Mr. Sir might get caught in the crossfire.
You're right, I don't.
Okay, then further information must be gathered, which we will do at our stakeout of Comrade Karpov's warehouse.
I know what it's like to have a parent go off the deep end. Johnny worries about himself sometimes, but he's nothing like our father. I mean...
I understand that. But Lulu and our mother have a lot in common. They're both kind and care, and they both open their hearts up to the people they love, but...
Wait. Can you take me through it again? What happened to your mother exactly?
Okay. Basically, she's endured years of various shocks and emotional traumas, but in the end, she had one final misunderstanding where she remembered killing her stepfather, and it broke her.
She got violent.
No, she didn't. Just the opposite, actually. She went into this deep catatonia. Now she just sits there in a chair, unable to move, unable to speak. And the doctor, he's not even sure that she can hear us or sense our presence when we go to visit her. She's just locked up inside of her own mind. And the thought of Lulu winding up that way scares the hell out of me.
It sounds to me like Lulu needs more help than Johnny can give her.